Hey guys, welcome back to another PS2 Memories video. Here we are actually taking a look at Sega Rally 2006, a sequel to the highly popular Sega Rally from the 90s that was released on the likes of the arcade, Sega Saturn and the like. The game was originally in development and originally was supposed to be released in 2005 as a 10th anniversary celebration of the first game, but was later postponed because of certain developments during the development phase, and as a result the game was released a year later, hence being dubbed Sega Rally 2006 instead. Now the game is a dramatic overhaul even compared to the likes of Sega Rally 2 that was originally released on the Sega Dreamcast, and there was a lot of noticeable changes throughout the development stage, where even the likes of the graphics have been overhauled with the hardware of the PlayStation 2, where it did push its limits, and even the likes of the cars that were mainstream in the games before it were pretty much changed out. Even with the likes of the music from the original games, the focus of the type of music had been totally changed as well, and there was a lot of different effects and so forth that were also replaced with the development of the game to make it more mainstream and to try and make it more modern, if you will. The cars involved as well were also more focused around that period of time, the likes of the mid-2000s, the likes of the Subaru Impreza WRX, Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, Peugeot 306 and a load of other different variations of cars available. Although in saying that, there was actually versions of the original cars from the original game, the likes of the 1994 Toyota Celica WRC, even the Lancia Delta and even the Lancia Stratos. They're actually available in the game, but they're hidden cars, so you actually have to unlock them as you play through the game. So the game does go back to its original roots in terms of its arcade focus. The arcade mode does have checkpoint based races where you have to try and progress up the ranks as each race progresses to try and get to first place before the championship actually ends, which is actually really good because it actually does keep with the actual original style of the game. The game also does open up and have an additional career mode as well, with different types of races involved, all kind of sequence around trying to progress further on, and you have different types of classes that you can race in, from like lower level to higher level tiers, even to open classes, all with the aim to start off from an amateur level to become a professional driver, and you'll unlock different perks and attributes as you play through the game. The only really major gripe really with this game is the fact is that it was released only in Japan only at that time period. We actually didn't get a full-on release worldwide, which was a pity because the game is actually really good, and it's very authentic and reflective to the original series in general. If you've ever played the likes of Outrun, it was also developed by Sega. It has a similar style kind of aesthetic to it. It's a very arcade focused racer with official style cars, but the one thing I will admit is from these old style games, Sega definitely is hands down the master of arcade style games, because I remember even playing the original Sega Rally. I had a Sega Saturn a while back, and I remember playing like even Sega Rally on that and in the arcades, and I absolutely love that game. It's incredible racing game. Even to this day, it's still one of the best racing games I've ever played. It's phenomenal. And to actually even get to play the likes of Sega Rally 2 on the Dreamcast, one of my brothers actually bought a Dreamcast and he had Sega Rally 2 on it, and it was actually brilliant as well. I really enjoyed that as well. And even in more recent years, for the likes of the PlayStation 3, there was also Sega Rally Arcade. It was pretty much a version of likes of this game here, or the version that was actually released on the Xbox, but it was released on the PlayStation, and I really enjoyed that as well. I just love all these arcade style focused racers, and this here is no different. Now, even though I was recording this video, it was the first time I'd actually ever gotten the opportunity to actually play the game, and honestly I wasn't disappointed. The game is actually incredible. It's very good. It's very fast paced. The game is actually fast and really frantic. It's very reflective of the old school style games where you do have a progression ladder, where in each race you have to try and gradually progress up the ranks as you go through towards the end of the races. The fact is that it has official licensed rally cars in the game really definitely adds to the aesthetic of the game. The tracks are very good. The handling is actually spot on. It's definitely a really well put together and well thought out arcade style game, and there's not too many of these arcade style ports that you see on consoles as much these days, which is actually a pity, because these are some hidden gems, and a lot of these are long forgotten. And it's a pity because there's so much influence here. A lot of gamers, both young and old, can get so much out of this. Like, even for myself as a gamer growing up, games like this here were phenomenal. You'll always go back to play them. But not only that, these games here will also appeal to generations of both new and old, because they're so easy to pick up and play. Again, they're not easy to play in terms of how you can complete them, because they do offer a challenge. But if you want something that's a bit of fun and you want to play it for casual gameplay, and even just to play with a couple of your mates, these games are some of the best that you can play. Even in terms of the graphics, phenomenal, and they really showed the power of the PlayStation 2 when you compare it to some other wild popular games and visually impressive games on the system. This definitely holds its own in terms of its visual quality, and even with the layout of the tracks and even the environments that you do race in, and each of the tracks have their own kind of unique kind of quirks, and the surroundings and even the likes of the terrain you race on has a different vibe and feel of how the cars actually react and handle as you're going through the races. But the one thing I will take away from this game is that the gameplay is just super fast and super frantic. It's really just so much fun. But there's loads of different style of tracks, even when you do go into some of the more casual time trial modes or quick race modes that you can play on, like shorter style tracks as well. There's actually so many different variations of the game that you play and just really enjoy. I have to say now, from playing it, I thoroughly enjoyed my experience with this. I'll be playing it a lot more. I will even be doing more gameplay style videos with this game, because it really is that good. And again, with it only being released in Japan, at least now we do have the ability to be able to play it. So if you haven't played this game at all, and even if you're just a fan of Sega Rally or even just arcade racers in general, I highly recommend that you go and check this out. You won't regret it. It is a really good game, so definitely go and check it out. And I'd love to know what your thoughts are of this game, if you actually have managed to play it, and if so, what did you think of it? Are you a big fan of Sega Rally? Did you even play the originals back in the day? And if so, what do you think of this version of the game? Be sure to share it down in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more of these style of videos where I do provide reviews and gameplay style videos of similar games like this here, where I share my thoughts and experience with everyone, then make sure to leave a like on the video. Also be sure to subscribe to the channel, and again hit that bell icon to be updated whenever future videos are released. And also be sure to check out some of the other videos here on the channel where I do provide other gameplay style videos and reviews of similar style games. So again, make sure to check those videos out, and I will see you all over in the next one.